好，那各位来宾，刚才在我们的 special section 完了之后呢，就要进到我们今天第一个主题的重头戏，也就是刚才我跟大家所 mention 到的 On Call and Alarm， 我们的 Opsgenie。Opsgenie 呢这一套产品，基本上它除了是一个 On Call and Alarm 的 system， 其实它本身就是一个完全独立的 Instant Management System， 它可以完整的做到所谓的意外事件管理，以及包含后续的 analysis 跟 report， 把所谓的归因报告自动为您产生出来。那这一套这么强的一个系统呢，待会在我们的 Vicky 的影片里面呢，会有完整的操作介绍。它里面所包含的侦测、预警、通报跟报告功能，大家都可以在里面清晰地看到。那最重要的一点是什么呢？最重要一点是，今天在介绍这个 Opsgenie 的 solution 的时候呢，也希望跟大家 mention 一下，就是我们 Linktech 有环企业也是 Opsgenie 在台湾的最佳伙伴跟代理商。所以说，如果大家在今天看完影片之后有想法，或者说有问题，不论是询问或者是报价，都欢迎跟我们的业务或者跟我们的任何服务窗口联络。谢谢。好，那我们就开始我们今天这个 Opsgenie 的介绍影片。影片正式开始。
Hi everybody, good morning Taiwan, good afternoon, and thanks to our partner Linktech for organizing these sessions. My name is Vicky, I'm one of the solution engineer in Atlassian, and today we are going to talk about incident and problem management with Opsgenie. In the era of an online and digitalizations, now every business, essentially a software company, which has to run one or more online services and products in order to interact with their customers and users. And in any business, no matter how big or small, there will always be incident. In fact, IHS Inc. stated the cost of downtime is substantial. It's around $1 million a year for mid-sized company to over $60 million a year for a large enterprise. And because incident will always happen, it only makes sense for the IT teams or for organizations to put incident management as one of their top priority to reduce and minimize the impact of those incidents. In reality, managing incident is a challenge. Some of the common challenges are lack of team practices and identifying what matters most in the noise of alerts, or it could be difficult to managing on-call schedule for multiple teams, or managing communications with the stakeholders and customers during the incident time, or difficulty collaborating during incident investigations, or the lack of effective post-incident reviews that unlocks the learning and ship important improvements. The other contributing factor is that the developers and the IT operations teams are traditionally silos, and the software was made by different teams that is developing them. Developer is pressured to do more releases to meet the customer's demand, while the IT operations team pressured to have a greater control over what releases go out. And not to mention, traditionally they exist in two different worlds, such as developers work using Jira software and Bitbuckets to manage their deployments, and IT operations team exists in a different world in their own ITSM tool, which is disconnected and don't play well with each other's. The reality of the modern operation is dev and IT needs to work together to respond and resolve incident. ITIL 4 defines an incident as an unplanned interruptions. In the cloud and microservice world, we are increasingly talking about complex and always-on services that have users and customers around the world. Increasingly, that puts traditional IT teams between a rock and a hard place. The service have to be stable while the change window are shrinking. That means incident response team needs new ways to deal with an unplanned interruptions. ITIL 4 wisely identifies the move towards swarming as a result of getting the best expertise collaborating at the start. Teams that swarm have faster time to resolutions. Incident teams also need to take a broader responsibilities with regards to problems by blending incident and problem managements. When you separate them, you stop improving. Blending is a radical reprioritizations in fixing underlying cause of outages. Sometimes that just means adding the monitorings that would detect a problem before it becomes an incident, or creating a diagnostic tool to help troubleshoot faster, or creating a recovery procedures that make it faster to get system running again. Think about how this fits with ITIL 4 principles like keep it simple and practical and progress iteratively with feedback. And the goal of incident management is always to reduce the mean time to recovery, or MTTR, which can describe as the time it takes from an incident detections and communications, response and investigate, until resolve and recover. And once the incident has been resolved, the learn and improvement process is very critical to continual improvements of the service. If you can guess, 70% of the MTTR was not spent in recovering the service, but it actually spans on detections and response phase. With the rise of microservices and complex systems, the IT teams is often bombarded by the notifications and alerts that is generated from their monitoring tools. This has caused them missing on important notifications, or they just simply ignore because there are too many of them. And this is where Opsgenie came into the pictures. By providing your teams with a collaborative platform for the IT and Ops to work together during the incident, but also shielding them and able to filter out the noises from their monitoring tools, ensuring that the important alerts is never missed and routed to the right team as soon as possible. Opsgenie is an incident management solution that allows you to aggregate and organize alerts coming from your monitoring tools. And it lets you manage your incident management process by contacting the right users via the right method at the right time, and allows for easy collaborations between teams during and after the incident. Opsgenie provides more than 200 integrations with application performance monitoring tools like New Relic, Splunk, or ITSM tool such as Jira Service Management or ServiceNow. So let's have a look on the common flow of an incident. Ideally, an alert should be detected before an incident happens using a monitoring tool such as New Relics, Splunk, or even Datadog that continuously monitoring your services and report any change of state. In a less ideal scenario, an incident could come from your end user realizing a disruption in service and report them through your service desk team. Either way, both alerts can be channeled to the Opsgenie, where you can filter out the noises and ensuring the important alerts get treated correctly and routed to the right team as soon as possible. And in case an incident needs to escalations to become a major incident, Opsgenie provides you with the incident command centers that allows your team to collaborate through Microsoft Teams, Slack, or Zoom, and swarm together, ensuring that the incident resolves faster. And to manage the external communications, Opsgenie has integration with a status page that can keep your end users updated with the progress during the incident time, protecting your ops team to focus recovering the services. And when an incident is resolved, Opsgenie helps your teams in generating a postmortem or post-incident reports. And with the integration with Jira software, it allows you to create a task or a remediations task directly on your Jira software team. So I want to share the experience, the end-to-end experience of incident and problem management using Opsgenie. So in Opsgenie, it allows you to create a flexible routing engine, allows alert categorizations, and decide which action is appropriate for each category. It looks at the source of alert, the information contained within the alerts, and the time of day. And it allows you to prioritize the alerts and route it to the right team accordingly. And within Opsgenie, you can create a multiple and flexible escalations policy. For a service that is critical to your business, you want to make sure that an alerts get escalated to the correct team as soon as possible. So you can create, like for example, if an alert is not being acknowledged within 5 minutes, then it's escalated to the management. Or if it's not acknowledged within 30 minutes, then it's going to escalate to the entire team, ensuring that the important alerts never get missed. And maintaining the on-call schedule is easy as breeze. These documents that typically live on your spreadsheet that is very hard to update can now live in Opsgenie. With the easy UI experience, you can create more separate rotations for during an on hours or off hours and weekend directly from Opsgenie. And for anyone that requires to swap SIF, they can access this they can access this page through their mobile device and request for a swap. And with the integrations with the Jira Service Desk and Jira software, Opsgenie allows you to handle incidents in a ways that it never happens before. So let's have a look. Say that, for example, and in 2 a.m. that you are the person responsible for the operations, and you receive an alert on your mobile message stating that one particular service has exceeded the threshold. And from your mobile phone, you can get a lot more information, like what is the incident, what is the alerts about, and what is the informations. And allows you to take an immediate actions, such as restarting the service in the cloud or running a few scripts just to understand what is the impact of the alerts. And if necessary, from your phone, you can escalate the incident as a major incident, which then trigger push notifications according to your escalations policies that you have set up. So in this case, your teammate will receive a push notifications through their phone. An alert can also be pushed using an SMS message, a phone call, just to ensure that an alert is never get missed. And once their team is acknowledging the incident, they can go directly to the incident war room, where they can find all of the information related to the incident, starting from the impact durations or elapsed times of when the incident has occurred. On the same page, you can also find the impacted service. So in this case, this incident has impacted the banking transactions, which has 5 related services, and also the ledger monitoring, which has 3 related services that you can map out in the service registry in Opsgenie. This no doubt allows the newcomers or the new persons joining for the incident getting all the right information to start with. And with the integration with the Jira Service Management, now you can find any ticket in your service desk project in Jira Service Management and able to link it directly to the incident war room. This is very important to just understand the context and the blast radius of the impact of the incident. Linking a customer request from your service desk sometimes provide a valuable context or how painful it is or what is the impacts on each individual user, or simply tells you what is the time of the first impacted customers from this incident. And with the collaboration with Jira software, now you can create a task or remediation task or investigation task directly from your incident war room. So you can create a tickets on any of your software project or in any type of ticket like bug, story, task, or epics. So in this case, I want to raise for an engineering team to run a load balancer test on Apex server as part of the investigations of this incident. And then the ticket will appear on their backlogs or appear in their Kanban boards, which we can prioritize works accordingly. At the same time, managing all of the contacts within the incident war room in Opsgenie. And if you are using a Bitbucket as a deployment or CI/CD tool, there is a major functionality that is very helpful. So within your incident command center, then you can link your deployments in Bitbucket pipeline so that your team can browse through what was the changes that happened in the deployments 12 hours or 24 hours leading to the incident. And you can also browse the related services, deployments that you have linked in your service registry in Bitbucket, in Opsgenie. This is a very valuable information at a time of incident, so that just to keep track of the changes that happens on the system that give you a lot of information of what can cause the incident. And from here, you have a lot of details about the deployments, such as the commit message and who is the developers that push or involve in the changes. And when you add it as a potential cause, and this will surface in your incident war room as a potential cause, with a link directly to the deployment ID in the Bitbucket pipeline, allowing you to go to the deployments and roll back the changes to restore the service as soon as possible. And once the incident is resolved, then Opsgenie will automatically create a post-mortem report for the incident owner. And you can assign a due date and make it as a required to enforce that the post-mortem incident reports get treated accordingly. So post-mortem incident report, which is traditionally is very daunting task, is made easy by Opsgenie. Opsgenie will pull all the information that has happened during the incident, such as the executive summaries, the details of the collaborations, the people that involved in the incidents, including the timeline, and merge them into the post-incident reports. And to allow more collaborations, you can export the post-mortem reports to Confluence, allowing you a broader collaborations beyond the ops team or the incident team. And Confluence is the perfect place to store all of the incident postmortem reports, ensuring that they get actions within the organizations. And Opsgenie also provides the DevOps performance to measure the trending on your deployment progress. Some of the key metrics include deployment frequencies. Either this is trending up or trending down, or the change failure ratio. So you can observe on a weekly basis, on monthly basis, how your team is trending. And mean time to resolve incident is very critical, especially if you are providing an SLA on your service. Understanding how your team perform is also critical. Using the deployment versus failures, or deployment versus file changes, and the service health and team reactions, you can understand what is the challenges and what is the health of each of the deployment team. And if you are using Slack or Microsoft Teams, there are a lot of integrations of functions that can happen. You will notice on the right of the incident details page, you can do a few new things. You can easily see the associated alerts and also create a dedicated Slack channel for the incident. The associated alerts using a machine learning to identify a similar incident or similar alerts that come from your monitoring tools and aggregate them and link them automatically to your incident ticket, so that you can aggregate the incidents and start working as a problems to ensure that the resolutions of those incidents are found. And using a create Slack channel, you can link a Slack channel so that it allows your team to collaborate while getting all the context and the critical information from your Opsgenie incident command center. And from there, you can also add a stakeholder, resolve an incident, close incident, or update the priority. A lot of the activities that you can done directly from your Slack channel. So when a collaboration is happening and there is a new developments that is relevant to the incident timeline, you can add a conversations and add it directly to the incident timeline in Opsgenie, so that it will be recorded on the timeline sections in the incident command center and will be pulled through directly to the postmortem report. With that said, Atlassian approach to incident response is guiding you to have a fast mean time to resolutions by establishing an incident game plan that expedite response to major outages and allows you effective communications either using a Microsoft Teams collaborations tools like Slack or a status page to ensure that your users and stakeholders are keeping up to date at the time of incident. And open team collaborations using Confluence to allow the collaborations beyond the IT teams, including the dev teams or beyond the IT teams, allows you to resolve the incident thoroughly. And with continuous improvements using a post-incident reviews, and your team will learn from each major outages and create an improvement request accordingly. And if you are not aware, in last few months, we have just merged our Jira Service Desk, which is our service desk apps that comes with a smart portal for users to interact with the service provider, and also with the workflow engine and the SLA engines with the Opsgenie. And we rebrand them as a Jira Service Management. Essentially, if you are purchasing Jira Service Management, you will have all the features that is having Opsgenie together. And thank you for listening. I will hand it back over to the moderators for the next session.
OK， 感谢我们远在 Sydney 的 Vicky 为我们录制这段影片，也非常感谢 Vicky 她的 perfect action， 她的 pronunciation 实在太好了，这个大幅降低了我做字幕的难度啊。因为我在做他这个字幕的时候，我曾经想到，我在多年前那个时候我的 supervisor，是一个印差裔的那个就是supervisor， 他每次在讲话的时候，我都很希望说他下面有 subtitle 可以给我看，所以我都要说 sure，but I should confirm again， 然后再写一封信去跟我的 supervisor 确定他到底要交办什么事情给我，然后我才能做出回应。同样的道理，我们刚才在 Opsgenie 里面有一个重点，不知道大家有没有注意到，就是 Vicky 当时在提到的时候，当我们一个事件发生在 response 的时候，如果我们前端只是把我们的这些 defense 的 monitoring 的设备装上去，譬如说 Amazon 的 CloudWatch， 譬如说 G Suite 的 Stack Drive， 会产生的问题其实是它会有很多的 fake alarm。很多的 noise 会传出来，一点风吹草动，他就跟你讲说 alarm warning。OK， 如果这些讯息没有办法 filter， 也没有办法去传给对的人 ，OK， 大家可能现场有很多专业 IT， 我们在收到这么多 false alarm 之后，我们人类啊会启动一个自动系统，我们叫什么？我们叫自动毁灭系统，就是你的 alarm 就像你的 email 全部那一个200-300封之后，你会通通不看，一键解决。OK， 所以 Opsgenie 这个产品，其实我们真实在定位上面来说，我们就是把它定位到，让你在关键时刻让对的人收到对的讯息，而不要让这些对的人或者这些资源投入在一些 false alarm 或者没有有效讯息的一个状态。好，那我们今天的节目到这边呢，不知道台下的观众有没有哪些问题可以让我来为各位做解答的？好，大家一如往常的 silent。这已经是我大概第 N 场的 seminar 了。那如果前面有参加过我 seminar 的人呢，都会听过我讲一件事情，就是说，如果我今天讲说，如果现在台下观众有问题的话，台上这一支 iPhone 12就是你的，马上风起云涌，就一堆人举手说我要回答。那在我们第 N 场的 seminar 呢，公司仍然没有给我送 iPhone 的权利，可是我们友环企业 Linktech 我们进步了。为什么我们进步了？这次大家呢手上拿到这次我们非常精心为各位的准备无线充电盘的赠品以外呢，我们特别设计了本次活动贵宾专属礼品，那个超精美行动电源一个。OK， 那待会呢，在我们有回答问题或者提问的观众呢，我们都会送出这一个精美的行动电源一个，然后还有一个我们这次活动的那个快乐小标签 ，OK， 所以我们这次的进步呢，也希望带来给现场的所有贵宾以及线上的贵宾 ，OK， 都有一个宾至如归的感觉，并且也可以确保我们想传递的 ITSM 的讯息可以 directly 的传递到每一个人现在所想的专案里面，或者各位现在所构思的一个产品建之中。好，在听完我 mention 我们进步开始出现有行动电源之后，现场有没有观众决定要提问的？这里马上就有一个观众提问，我刚才才要讲说，我下次打死都要争取一只 iPhone 到现场去，没想到终于有人提问了。好，我们那个麻烦给这位来宾鼓掌一下，我们来看看有什么样的问题，我们可以来做回答，请。
你好，我是全 Michael Victor。我刚刚看到那个 Opsgenie， 它可以跟它展示这边有跟 Bitbucket 做 CI/CD 的整合，那我想更深请问一下，它有办法跟其他的 CI/CD tool 整合，比如说是 GitHub 或是 GitLab？
您的问题非常的好。 答案会过于快速，答案是 yes 。对 ，Opsgenie 现在目前呢，它大概是在这种 Alarm 跟 Monitoring 系统里面整合最多的，包括您刚才说的GitHub、GitLab 以及现在的 Jenkins 这些 Open Source， 事实上都已经有 plugin 可以去进行整合。所以刚才各位所看到的，我们在图形上非常有意思的这一个 Virtual Map。OK， 在图形上这个非常有意思的 Virtual Map， 其实它上面的资讯呢，都可以跟各位刚才所说的这些 CI/CD 的工具去进行整合跟显示在上面。那可能大家在看这幅图的时候呢，感觉没有那么深，它其实是一段小的时间，一个小 period 的一个的 present。因为实际上我们在做上版下版 UAT 的时候，环境会比这个复杂更多。尤其如果各位这是一个大型专案，你们有 SIT 的 case 加 UAT 的 case 加 Prada 的部署，它上面密密麻麻的一堆资讯。那当然，我们第一个我们可以去 filter 它，我们可以把你想要看的资讯收得出来。第二个部分是，当你这么多资讯上去的时候，它跟你的 incidence 跟你的意外的关联性，其实就会浮出来。我们以前当发生一个冲击 impact 的时候，我们其实都在着急一件事情，到底是什么东西导致这个 impact？ 这种情况屡见不鲜。我举一个最简单的例子，在我们的团队服务的时候，我们最常遇见的就是李勇，我们家 Jira 起不来了，我们什么都没做，我们就开机，它就自动起不来了，一定是你们的系统有问题。通常我们遇到这种问题之后，我们都会下意识的跟他讲说，请你先告诉我你们家的 server 是 Windows 还是 Linux， 然后接着大概会有 99% 的几率那是 Windows。OK， 那我们就开始下意识去查它的 update log， 我们发现它的 JDK 啊，突然可能在2个小时间、3个小时间自己被 update 了，接着他把环境路径改写掉了，所以他的 Tomcat 找不到 runtime library 起不来 ，OK， 就是如此低级的错误。可是这样的低级错误呢，如果在贵公司现在已经上线的一个 business system 里面，它会有多大的一个 impact？ 而这个 impact， 如果我们把这样的资讯都显示在上面，我们马上就可以找到那今天的 root cause 可能在什么地方。好，我们还是再一次把掌声给予我们刚才提问的 Victor， 谢谢你的提问。好，还有没有哪些的问题？这边请。
你好，我想要提问的是，那
先生怎么称呼
Nick。
嗨 Nick。
是，那因为有很多公司的话，都有自己开发的一些 API， 或是有一些配合的第三方软体。那想要询问的是，这套软体的话，我们可以接我们自己的 API， 或是他们的维护来做一些提示，或是串接资料的部分吗？
完全没有问题。当然，我相信，贵公司在开发 API 的时候呢，一定会有你们的一些 spec 跟规格。那以现在来说，大概最主流的应该会用 REST API 来去做这样的一个 HTTPS 的 request 或 post。这个部分呢，直接在它里面的内建动作里面就可以去运用你们的 webhook， 或者是你们要送的那一个 JSON 的结构，去定义你们要传送的这些就是错误的 message， 或者定义它的事件。所以你也可以变成是你们在开发这些第三方工具的时候，以现在我们比较主流的 TDD Test Driven Developer， 我一开始在设计的时候，我就已经先把它预警系统都设计好，而这些的预警系统的警报就可以对应到 Opsgenie。当他收到什么样的警报的时候，就要去呼唤，不管是 IT 或者是Ops 运维来去做这样的一个处理。抱歉，有没有回答到您的问题？谢谢。现场还有没有哪些问题可以让我来做服务的？好的，那个我们的时间现在来到我们的11点50分，12点 ，OK。那这一次呢，非常荣幸，中午的时间可以跟各位贵宾一起用餐。那现在拿到餐券的贵宾呢 ，OK， 待会我们就往后拿着你的餐券，然后跟我们的工作人员一起到5楼的餐厅来用餐。那另外待会我们在apologize。不过表示我们家的预警系统很快，我马上讲5楼之后，那个就 Opsgenie 打讯号给我，告诉我说是在6楼的餐厅，不是5楼餐厅。那在线上的好朋友呢，也请各位 赶快去用个餐。那待会在下午下半场的节目，我们有更多精彩的节目包含我们一开始我们就可以去来邀请到我们的 Erwin 为我们来分享一个 ITSM 的 real case， 我们要怎么样去 implement 它。好，那在此我还是再次代表友环企业股份有限公司 Linktech， 感谢今天线上以及线下大家参与，谢谢。